Hey guys and gals, it is Mark Coe for the 28th of May, just winding down toward the end of another month here. Wanted to take a look at a few different markets and a couple things that are playing out. First off, just kind of talking about the month of May. Been a little more sideways on a lot of developed market FX. We've had some move lower in the pound, obviously, with a lot of the non-decision, I guess, out of the UK regarding Brexit and I guess what inevitably will happen there. But I wanted to take a look at the E-mini. So the S&P, the E-minis here, gapped lower earlier in the month on what started with the Trump tweet talking about China and kind of what the resolution will be. As we wind down toward the end of the month, you see most of this month has kind of occurred in this range between 2,800 and 2,900 in the E-minis, and as we close here on a Monday, we're again challenging this 2,800 area. The focus to me still really remains on some challenge toward that downside and inevitably what it will look like if we test lower prices. Just kind of looking at some of the action earlier on today, we had some really nice levels designed. And again, guys, it's always what I'm looking at, and you can see how I do the work. You can see where the levels come from, but the levels are always about prior price action giving that indication. In other words, where was the market able to press toward the long side and where was it able to press toward the short side, or let's say the sell side of the market. So talking about some of the levels we had today in the E-minis, and let's just get a bit of a shorter term look. I found the activity today to be quite subdued. But again, looking at levels, there were some opportunities here to play against some nice levels. One of those being resistance in the E-minis. Again, it looks like a pretty simple little start to your day. 2840 resistance is where I'm working from. And again, where does that come from? Well, it comes from the attempt to push the market higher on Friday. Again, this was a holiday yesterday in the U.S., so closed kind of half day. Overnight challenge again up to 2840. Then the U.S. Open sees a point or a point and a quarter above that, followed by nothing but selling the rest of the day. So the idea is really being able to position yourself against these levels. Again, why are we always talking about these levels? The reason is once you diagnose a box like this or a level like this, you're talking 2 to 3 points of risk versus, again, what you're focused on. We're looking at 2820 support, which you can see was achieved kind of late U.S. afternoon, and then by the end of the day, all the way back down to 2800 support. So there were two levels achieved within that today. Total move of almost 40 points in the E-minis, which is, again, worth about $2,000 a contract. So that's the upside of looking at those levels. Again, when you look at it just from a point basis, risking 2 to 3 points versus rewards of 20 to 40, and it's not always the exact scenario of 10 to 1 or 20 to 1. I would say those examples are more extreme, but when you can constantly put yourself in a position to risk one, to try to make 3, 4, 5. Those are really good risk reward scenarios. And then again, how do you find that? How are you consistently finding those zones to deal against? It's a very different approach when you're not chasing the momentum, you're allowing the market to come to you. So again, we'll see how the month of May finishes. I would expect that as we approach the middle and the end of this week, we're going to see some more volatility. It's been, again, a Monday and a Tuesday fairly quiet, but some opportunities here. So we'll see how it finishes, and we'll check in later in the week. So I hope you guys are having a good one. Hope everybody had a nice long weekend, and we'll chat with you soon. Cheers.